It's Friday, and we all know what that means. Trish Rout with Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers is here to tell us who we need to be on the lookout for this week.
And Trish, thank you so much for joining us. Who do we need to be on the lookout for?
Well, we're starting off our list this week with a repeat offender whose destructive decisions continue to endanger those around him. Jesse Boatwright has been on the run for several months now with 2 new warrants for violating probation on DUI and drug-related charges. Officers responded to a call about a guy asleep at the wheel while the car was still in drive. After rousing Boatwright from his state of slumber at 3 in the afternoon, they administered a field sobriety test, which the 47-year-old failed with flying colors. He was sent to jail on charges of DUI, the possession of meth and fentanyl, and driving without a license. After 6 months in lockup, Boatwright was found guilty and placed on probation, which he has now violated. To date, he's got 13 priors in Lee and Sarasota for multiple drug charges and domestic battery by strangulation. Detectives say he was last known to be living in Pine Manor, but also has connections in Bokeelia. Boatwright is 5'5", 160 pounds, with a tattoo of a swastika on his neck and the phrase, "No love, all hate," inked on his legs. And with the new school year now underway, we need everyone to keep their eyes peeled for Christian Chinchilla, who stands accused of committing a disgusting act in front of a young girl who was just waiting at her school bus stop. Chinchilla has 4 felony warrants for his arrest for 2 counts of lewd and lascivious exhibition, 1 count of exposure of sex organs, and 3 counts of failure to register as a sexual predator. The victim said she was waiting for the bus in her Lehigh neighborhood when Chinchilla drove up in an older model black sedan, pulled down his pants, and started touching himself in a sexual manner. The girl managed to quickly run away and tell an adult what happened. Now, during the course of the investigation, Chinchilla was identified as the suspect and also linked to 2 other similar incidents. They also learned that he was a registered sex offender from Miami who was on probation with a GPS monitor. However, before detectives could pay him a visit, the 42-year-old cut off his ankle monitor and went into hiding. Chinchilla is 5'8", 150 pounds, and upon his arrest, he will be held without bond. Also on the run this week is a guy who has become a familiar face to local law enforcement as a result of his thieving ways. Benjamin Volker now finds himself back on the run from charges relating to a break-in at a North Fort Myers business. Deputies say Volker went to great lengths to bust his way into the store, where he stole jewelry, a knife collection, cash, and even the wig off of a mannequin. This definitely wasn't Volker's first foray into the criminal element, with previous arrests for battery, grand theft auto, burglary, DUI, drugs, and aggravated battery causing bodily harm or disability. 48-year-old Volker is 5'9", 170 pounds, and was last known to be living in Southwest Cape Coral. And coming in last place this week is Juan Zambrano, a Fort Myers felon wanted for aggravated battery and aggravated child abuse. His latest legal problem started when Zambrano had been drinking a little more than he could apparently handle. His roommates were trying to sleep when he barged into their room in a drunken stupor and started instigating a fight. When they tried to ignore his obnoxious actions, Zambrano grabbed one of them by the neck and began to launch a procession of punches. He then broke a beer bottle and struck an adult and a teenager, causing several substantial injuries. Deputies arrived on scene pretty quickly and relocated Zambrano to the Lee County Jail for a few days, where he was charged with multiple counts of violence. He was released pending his next court date, but instead of showing up as promised, Zambrano has decided to go AWOL. This 30-year-old offender is 5'6", 105 pounds, and upon his arrest, he will not be afforded the immediate opportunity to post bond. And as always, if you recognize any of the fugitives we've featured here today, you're asked to call the Crime Stoppers hotline. That number is 1-800-780-TIPS. All callers will remain anonymous and will be eligible for a cash reward of up to $3,000. And like I said, with the start of the new school year, kids at the bus stop, there are creepers all around. So we need parents to have conversations with their kids to do exactly what the victim in our case did, and go quickly, run, and tell an adult what happened and let law enforcement know.
Absolutely. So important to speak up and be on the lookout for these individuals, too.
Keep your eyes open.
Trish, thank you.
Thanks, guys.